Let's talk about Diane, who placed second in his last run over a mile. Tell me, how do you think are the chances for the races tomorrow?
Well, we really thought very highly of this filly when she was a baby, and then she just went to pieces, and we've given her a lot of time. She's come around. She showed it in her last run. Mile and a half shouldn't be an issue. Only worry is a 5 kilo boy riding, and let's see if he judges the pace well. I'll be right there at the finish.
Hi, my first runner is Chat. She's running a mile and a half race. She's an out and out steer. She's in very good shape. I think she should do it.
I have Mastery running the class 5 mile and a half. His last run was quite poor and disappointing, but I felt that maybe he didn't carry the weight. I've claimed 3.5 kgs off, and I'm hoping that he puts in a better run this time. The run before the last was encouraging, and the field again is relatively weak. So I'm just hoping that he puts in a good run.
Morning. First race, I have Leo the Lion. Ran a very disappointing race last time. We put the blinkers on. He could run a forward race. There is Mastery and a horse called Chat. They could be the danger.
So let's talk about Sovereign Grey. He's running with the same set of horses like last time, and he placed third. So what do you think are the chances for the races tomorrow? You think he's gonna make the board?
Sovereign Day, actually I want to run in the mile race. Because of the derby, I ran in 6 furlong. He's running with the same horse. Sundarji's horse, he ran second last time with me. After that, he worked well. And let's see, inshallah, he has a decent chance.
Let's talk about New Dimension, running tomorrow after a setback, a gap of almost 7 months. Tell me how she's keeping now, and how's her fitness looking like?
She's a very light frame filly. I have to really be careful with her workout because she tends to lose a lot of weight, and I have to just try and keep her going fit. I've kept her fresh. She's keeping her well. She worked well last time out, but there are two horses in that race, Sovereign Grey and Supreme Force. That horses are danger to me too.
And I have Fiery Red running the class 4 6 furlong. She was a little unfit earlier, and I haven't been able to work her much. But she's dropped down to class 4 for the first time this season. I feel it's a very competitive set because there are some nice 3-year-olds running that race. But I feel that her last run over 6 furlongs was suggestive, and dropping down in grade will definitely help her. And she should figure in the finish, but I think it's a very open race.
All right, tell us something more about Sentinel, and how do you think Sentinel is going to perform tomorrow at the races?
Well, he's the most consistently inconsistent horse in my stable. He doesn't run through races the same way, but he's talented. He's got a mind of his own. I'm just hoping he's in a good mood and wears his galloping shoes.
That race and the next race, the James Shah Trophy, Mighty Thunder, he's taking on a very strong field. There is Superimpose, New Dimension, Sovereign Grey. It's a very strong race. In the third race, I've got Red Merlot. He has an upset chance. Northern Singer may find the triple little out of her reach.
And now coming to Divine Thoughts, tell us all that. How do you think she's going to place tomorrow, and if she has a good chance?
Divine Thought, she ran in the upper class. Tomorrow she's running with the lower class. And I'm claiming allowance also. And because of the derby, every owners want to run their horses.
Yeah.
Because of that, I am running that filly. And inshallah, she will run better than last time. She will run a decent run. I think she will run on the board. Let's see tomorrow.
Adamus has won 2 races over here. He's in great form. He's maintained his form. He's running in a bit tougher set this time. He's running with the 3-year-olds. I hope he perform well the same way he did last time.
I have Athenian running the class 4 6 furlong. He's run twice his first outing. He had finished on very strongly over 6 furlongs only, and I stepped him up to a 7, but unfortunately he had a setback in the race. I've given him enough time to recoup from that, and he's well. He's running. I've dropped him back to a 6 furlongs again. I feel that the distance won't be a problem and the field doesn't look too strong either. I think he should definitely figure in the finish.
Talking about ahead of my time, who's just come to you, shifted stables. It's hardly been any time. Tell me, how have you prepped ahead of my time for the races?
Well, he just came to us about 24, 25 days back. We're still getting to know him. He's a fab horse. He won the Indian Guineas, and I thought he was subsequently a little unlucky to lose a couple of races. But getting around him, he's worked well. He should put up a nice show.
All right, let's talk about Walk-in. How is the preparation going? How's the track work? And how do you think Walk-in's going to place for the races?
Walken is good. He's preparing well, and he's all ready to run tomorrow. And in this race, there are two horses ahead of my time and Market King. Market King has done well this season. He's in great form. And ahead of my time is the one with the class, the younger horse, who has a lot of potential, and probably he's the one we have to take on. So I think the race is between these three horses, and I'm hoping that my horse can beat them.
So I have Capitolium and Jamari running in the Derby over a mile and a quarter. Jamari is coming with a big reputation. She's the winner of the Bangalore Summer Derby. And Capitolium's really done well in the Pune season. He has won both his starts. Both of them are well. They've both done a good workout. The only thing, Jamari has not, I couldn't put a race into her. But otherwise, she's had a mock race and she's really well, and I think she'll run a big race.
Yes. On Sunday, the 15th October, I have three runners. The first runner is in the Derby, horse called Dreamerland. This horse, poor chap, has had a lot of setbacks. He was supposed to be campaign to go to Bangalore, and in the float he hurt himself. He was offloaded halfway through his journey to Bangalore, came here, and his injuries took a little time to heal. Meanwhile, I did a castration operation on him because he was very hyper. That took a lot out of him, and unfortunately, I couldn't race him earlier. I did put him in a mock race. The mock race was he used himself up too much. Anyway, I managed to put him in a race in Punawala. He's on a cracker of a race. I put in an inexperienced boy like Pustakin. He rode to his ability. I ran to enable her. Now tomorrow is competing over a right trip. I think the horse to beat would be Jamari, because Jamari's got the Bangalore form. She won the Bangalore Derby. She's done a good mock race, and also she's doing some decent workouts. But horse has never been a workhorse, so we won't hear much of him.
And then we've got Enabler, who's competing at the Derby tomorrow. How's Enabler doing, and what do you think are the chances for Enabler to clinch this title?
He's happy, he's enjoying himself. He's won last two starts. He's maintaining himself very well. I'm very happy with his last work also, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed and hoping for the best. Of course, there is a filly Jamari who is on paper looks to be very good, but it's racing. You never know. We come and surprise.
And then we've got King's Love, a Derby contender, placed first in its last run. So tell me, what are the preparations and how excited are you for King's Love's performance tomorrow?
Well, I've had a Derby runner after a very long time. She's in very good nick, but it's a tall ask. So I'm hopeful more than confident.
I've got Decacon running in the 1400. He's run twice. Both times he's run second. Once he went to the front and ran second. Second time he was too late to come on the scene. He ran good race. We've got a tough company this time. I think we have to beat Zucchero.
I have Kanya Rashi and Fremont running the maiden 7 furlongs. Kanya Rashi has been consistent. Unfortunately, he's just finding something better. Last time I thought that the 1200 meters was a little sharp for him. I think the 1400 will be an ideal distance to go with now, and the horse is in great heart. It is a very competitive set, and there are a few horses to sort of look out for. So I don't think I think it's a very open race, and I think Kanya Rashi should run well. Fremont is still finding his feet, and he probably might require this run, but seems to be that the 1400 may suit him better than a shorter distance.
Speaking about the general who plays second over a distance of 1200 meters, how do you think he's going to fare tomorrow?
Well, he's a hot-headed horse. He has this weird habit of flying from behind and not passing the last horse. So if he hits the front, he just packs up at the end. So we've made a few changes with the bit. He's more settled now, but he's a very talented horse. We're just not able to put our finger on the actual problem. I think we have this time. Let's see. It's a very open race. Superb horses running in the field. But if he comes out and wins, it'll be an icing on the cake for the weekend.
Absolutely.
So I have Zucaro running in a 7 furlong maiden. He's a bit of a temperamental sort of horse, and but he has a lot of ability, and I think he'll really run well.
So in 6th race, I have a horse called Sloan Square. She's on a decent race last time, and she's light looking filly. She's gone very light on me. And in this race, I think I have to beat a horse called Zucaro, because this horse's race, mock race, was very good with Jamari. And there's a horse called Zucaro, then Kanya, Rashi, General. So it's a little open race. The last race, I have a horse called Fleming Lamborghini. He's won his two races here. He's pitched against horses who are better placed than him on the handicap. I think mile may be a little sharp, but still, she should run a good race.
All right, so Charlie is running after a setback, a gap of almost 6 months. Tell us something more about Charlie, and how is the fitness up?
His fitness is good, but he only thing is running after a very, very long gap, and he's always had a problem in the Spooner track. Bombay track is very good for him, and let's hope he runs a good race. I'd really love to run a good race. If he wins, I'll be very, very happy. But let's hope for the best. Let's hope.
Talking about Rambler, winner last time out, do you think Rambler is going to repeat the winning streak?
Well, I hope he repeats. He was a fluent winner last time, but he stepped up in class and in trip, which is okay. But I think the field is seriously competitive. There are a lot of horses over here with a good chance, There is Fleming Lamborghini, who's a winner in this class and distance. There is Charlie, who's a really good quality horse. Then there's Flying Scotsman, who has run second to me, but I think the mile will suit him also, and he's at the bottom of the scale, so that's an advantage for him as well. And It's My Time also is a good horse. So there are a lot of horses with really good chances, and my horse being in good form, I hope he can take them all.
Yeah, I've only got one runner. That's It's My Time in the last race. He won his first start impressively in Pune. Then I think I ran him too soon, and he ran a poor 5th. Then I gave him a little time. I ran him in a mile and a half, which I think was a bit out of his radius. But he ran a good race. I brought him back to a mile. I think he should take all the beating. Of course, there's one horse in the race, Charlie, who's going better than me. On the scale, Charlie gave me 3 kilos and a beating in Bombay, and he's only given me 2 kilos today. But only thing, he hasn't had a run. If Charlie is fit, it'll be difficult to beat him. Otherwise, I think my horse should win.
I've got Fortunate Son running in the second class mile. He's got a good chance. Last time he ran a great race. After a long time he was running. And he's improved after that. I'm hoping that he'll run a good race.
That was all for today. I shall be back next week yet again with the trainers' interviews. Thank you, and keep watching this space for more.